But guess what? Yesterday, I was carried again into the spirit with a clear, vivid vision. Amazingly, ex-president John Mahama, he was crying in the vision. He was crying. Share this video. It will be a blessing. Just press share right now. Make sure you share this video. I hope this will be the final one because we have a few days to the elections. But that is what the Lord carried me in the spirit. And I saw myself in my place of prayer. And then I just went off a bit, lying down. And I was carried to a huge classroom, like a very big classroom, more like a lecture hall. So when I entered, I saw President John Mahama seated on one of the chairs in the classroom. You know, like the decks, I would say, you know, like a student desk facing the blackboard or the board or the lecture board. And then I saw Hassan Ayariga. I saw the other party, whatever, leaders for the other political parties. When I saw him, I saw he had put his head on the table like this. So I could see some tears coming down. He was sobbing. And I just went close to him in a vision. He was on my left side. So I went close and I said, Asa, why are you crying? He didn't mind me. But I could hear him speaking, though he was not speaking with his mouth. I could hear him speaking in the spirit, you know, like communicating through imaginations, both of us. And what I could hear him say as he was crying is that, I didn't know Ghanaians would do this to me. I didn't know Ghanaians would do this to me. And he was crying. He was crying. I didn't know Ghanaians would do this to me. And he was crying. It was like a waiting room. So the lecture hall was like a waiting room where all the presidential aspirants were inside, seated waiting. And the lecture board, the blackboard or the white marker board was like a screen in the spirit. So the news was stripping in that, you know, they are voted here and these are the figures. They are voted here. These are the figures. They are voted here. These are the figures. Since morning, it was coming in. And the vote were massive. The margin were dangerous. You know, it was a chunk of vote from various places, and some places that has never voted for John Mahama before or the NDC, they began to vote for the NDC. They began to vote for him. And at the end of Toman, so it just, you know, it hit him so hard, and then he began to cry. He was weeping, and it was like tears of joy. When I posted the picture, I saw some of you saying some things, and a few of you got it very prophetic accurately, that it was a tears of joy. And it was an overwhelming support victory. And he was saying, I didn't know Ghanaians would do this to me. I didn't know. And as he was weeping, then I saw Hassan Ayariga came to tap him and say, oh, sir, don't cry. It's your time. Congratulations. And he was still weeping on the chair, you know, and Hassan came to tap him and say, oh, bro, I didn't know. It is yours. Don't worry. Me, Subium. Why are there? And then the other leaders came to congratulate him. And the last person I saw was the vice president, who came, you know, reluctantly and a bit confidence kakra, you know the way he walks, you know, he came like more, vigorous. He came and then he also came to congratulate him and tapped his back. Oh, like anybody who comes will just tap him and say, oh, you have done well, a good fight, like you have really done well, all the aspirant. So finally he came, the vice came, and also he came to also tap him and said, oh, you have done well. And I heard him say that now that you have done well and then you have taken over, you know, I know that you are going to come after, you know, after us in a very hard way, you know, more like he would come and, you know, and then that was what the vice was saying in the vision. It was just yet had it, just yet, a very clear vision. And then, but John was still crying and he was overwhelmed about the victory. He was overwhelmed about the outcome, the results at various areas. And he says he didn't know that the Ghanaians would do that for him. So you see, I could pick from the visions that, you know, the reason why he was crying was that he thought that he was done and dusted, you know. He thought that his political career is over. He thought that maybe perhaps he wouldn't, you know, be received like the way, you know, the things turned out to be. So more like a bit shocked also. And then like it was overwhelming. So perhaps somebody who thought he was done and dusted, in quote, people don't want him anymore, people don't need him anymore. God said, no, you are not yet done. You know, and I said to some of you some months back that, you know, the Lord told me many years ago, like 2 years, that Trump and JM, they are twins in the spirit. Their cords are tied. So whatever happens to Trump will happen to JM. That's the vision I saw. You know, I kept sounding Trump's own and all that. By the mercy of God, it came to pass. a president, he was voted out. Trump, he came back again, and he came massively. Are you seeing that? And the places that the other party were winning massively, Trump took over that place. The same thing will happen in Ghana. Yes, but he may not take over some of the places where the MPPs win massively, but he will cause trouble, the massive trouble. And that was a shock. That was a shock to the man, and he was crying. And I came and said, What a vision. So I mean, I thought I was done with the visions. I thought I was not going to see anything anymore. I was like, just let me lay down small after prayer. Then boom, it just came like that. I was in the hall with them like a classroom, and then it was amazing. So that is what God showed me by the mercy, by the grace of God. That's what God have said. Ghana will see peace. Ghana will have a change. And then it is sealed in the spirit. Right now, nothing is changing again. In the atmosphere, the watchers have closed everything. So where it is going. Just imagine how this man was crying. It means that the thing was overwhelming. Take note of the word. And it hit him. He was shocked. Even John himself, the man, he was shocked. He knows. So say Akwala in the vision. I decided not to share, but I felt that, okay, I think I have to share with you. And then we trust God that God has spoken and God is still speaking. I don't know why this particular elections, he's speaking back to back that he wants to do something for the nation Ghana. So once again, congratulations to the crying man, the tears of joy man, and then the man who was dumbfounded about the results that were trooping in. God bless you. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. My name is your friend and brother, Prof. Clem. I love everybody. I love you. The love of Jesus. Press share. And then coming December 7th, Saturday, God will speak. God will speak. And then it will be glorious. Have a nice time. So, President John Mahama, God bless you. But you are crying. What a blessing. God bless you, sir. We are praying for you and your vice. We are praying for her. We are praying for her. I reserve my comment for now. God bless you. Bye-bye.